What's up, guys? This is Corey.
This is Alan.
And welcome to CNA Films and Animation. Well, today we are going to talk about the next two Scooby-Doo movies.
Scooby-Doo and the Legend of the Vampire.
And Scooby-Doo and the Monster of Mexico. And so let's start off with Legend of the Vampire.
Okay.
So the story for Legend of the Vampire follows this rock concert is coming to town, and they pretty much this giant vampire comes out of smoke and snatches some music players and everything, and disappears. And so the gang shows up. They're here to see the rock concert. They find out that this giant vampire took some people, and they're not really sure what's going on. So they are there to investigate.
Yes, this movie brings back the characters, the Hex Girls, for a little bit. They don't have a whole lot to do with the plot.
No, not really.
It's kind of just a cameo. It's like, hey, there they are, and then that's it.
Yeah, and they show up, I think, twice in the movie.
Yeah.
But they're just kind of a, oh, hey, there you are, type thing. But
yeah,
they show up, and this is also the first time in a long time that all of the original cast members, voice actors, return as all the main characters since like 1973, something like that.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, and this was the last time, or this is the first time since Heather, I forgot her last name, I think she does the voice of Daphne. She returned for this film since the 1997 film Zombie Island. So I thought that was interesting. And going back to the story, they're at the rock concert, the vampire shows up, and the gang is trying to figure out why it's there, what it is, and just pretty much going from there. So what'd you think of this movie?
I thought it was okay. Seeing the Hex Girls again, that was neat. I thought they could have had a little more effort to the plot, maybe. It was fine, I guess, as a cameo, but as good as they were in Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost, I thought they could have been used a little bit better, but oh well. This one's okay.
This one, the opening to the film and the first, I'd say, 30 minutes was a lot of fun. It was very, very well done. The monsters looked really cool. In fact, I wasn't even sure really how they were doing that.
Yeah, the big reveal was like, wow.
Yeah.
Well, now that you tell us, of course, but before that, it's like, wow, this is setting up fairly nicely.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh.
And the opening credits, they play a mixed version of the original theme song, and they do pretty much like a reenactment of the opening theme to the original series. Like, for instance, a hand tries to swipe at Daphne, and like in the original series it was a ghost, and tries to grab Daphne, but she doesn't even notice, walks away. This one, it was like some kind of monster of some kind, like a mummy or a creature or something that tried to swipe at her. And there's just variations of a lot of the stuff that was from the original series. I thought that was really cool. The humor, hit and miss, but for the first 30 minutes it was more hit, and then it just kind of tapered off, and it was just an okay film.
Yeah. Not really very memorable, nor I guess younger kids might enjoy it.
So what would you give it out of 10?
A 6. It's okay. Some of it hit or miss here and there. The beginning's better than the first half's better than the second. The monsters did look pretty cool. What they showed it when you hear the music's not bad. It was an alright film. How about you?
Yeah, I'm going to meet you at 6. I mean, it's an okay film, not one that I'd say you have to go rush out and see or anything, but you know, if nothing else on, I guess, you know, check it out. But yeah, so let's move on to Monster of Mexico. This one follows, well, obviously it's set in Mexico, and there's this giant creature that shows up.
Yes. The chupacabra.
Yeah.
Which they pretty much do it completely wrong. Because the chupacabra is the Mexican goat eater. Which it's more of a, depending on which legends you hear, but it's more of a small creature that feasts on goats. And this one, it's
almost like a giant Bigfoot.
Yeah, well, they say it's the Mexican Bigfoot.
Yeah.
It's not, but it I guess works for this movie.
Yeah. And so the gang, they show up in Mexico, and they are pretty much
they're on vacation, right?
Yeah, they're on the vacation. They're trying to, you know, relax and everything. Scooby and Shaggy, they you know, they're being Scooby and Shaggy, and this one, Scooby has a love interest.
The Chihuahua.
Yeah, a little Chihuahua, and
the Great Dane and the Chihuahua. Oh boy.
So you know, you've got that. You know, the gang, they come across a couple of Mexicans who help them out along the way, and then they come across the Chupacabra, and you know, they are trying to figure out, you know, what's causing this Chupacabra, if it's real, if it's fake, you know, all the usual stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, I've got to say that this movie, for the most part, worked for me.
It was a fairly fun movie, I think. I did enjoy the little song "Viva Mexico." Viva Mexico, Viva Mexico. I thought it was catchy.
Yeah.
It worked for what it was doing.
And I've got to say that a lot of the monsters and stuff that happened throughout the film were really cool. Yeah, especially when they get into the Mexican gods.
Yeah, that was neat. The ending, when it does turn out it's a bad guy and pretending all of it. He's trying to scare off the locals, and he's speaking English.
Yeah.
He's like, go away, all this crap. They don't understand English. So they're all just, what's he saying?
And of course the gang's there, and they hear, and so they bust him. But I mean, it's actually a pretty entertaining film, and the humor in this, for the most part, does work.
Yeah.
There are some funny gags. There are some very well-timed moments for slapstick and, you know, stuff like that. And you know, I ended up really enjoying this one.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. So what would you give it out of 10?
Oh, I'd probably give this one a 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
You know, I thought it was better than some of the other films, but it never quite reached that Zombie Island level. But I mean, it's still a pretty solid Scooby-Doo movie.
Okay, I think I'll give it a 7.3. I did enjoy several aspects of it. The monsters are neat. The humor's not bad. The Scooby-Doo and his love interest was okay. It was different.
Yeah.
It was I enjoyed this film.
So tell us, guys, have you seen either of these movies? If you have, what'd you think of them? Did you like them? Did you dislike them? What'd you think of the monsters for both films? You know, the vampire and the Chupacabra. What'd you think of, you know, the love interest with the Chihuahua for Monsters of Mexico? You know, just share your thoughts, comment below, let us know. We'd love to hear your feedback.
Be sure to, if you like this video, be sure to like, favorite, and subscribe. Be sure to check out our other videos.
Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. If you have any movie suggestions or TV suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments. And as always, he's Alan.
He's Corey.
And we'll see you guys in the next one.
See you guys later.